Okay, um, back again with the finals tutorial. I started doing this tutorial and found an error. Um, Basically, I fixed it, but I've done all the code anyway, and I'll just more or less go and explain it to you. Basically, copy this view into the final source, um, and get it up to there, so you have this final view. And then from here, we've got within this we have a data list, we have all the values and so forth. First thing you might want to do though is uncomment out that line and that line, and then you need to set up a new data list down here, and I think it should automatically have in the events this shopping out data list item bound. So the code is just down here. So paste all that in. One thing you might notice about it is all the values are zeros for the code. Sorry, yeah, these are all zeros, and so is the item. That's basically just because you can't have two of the same sort of item IDs on the same page, and effectively that's what you're doing. Then if I click on the confirm and paste in all this code. Basically the confirm button is obviously that one. So you double click on that and put this code in. I've created another Paco type object called a customer info file. So add a new class, so right click, add new class, and call it customer info. And within this, we have all these items. It's all, you can just copy and paste it all from here. I'll go through it and just explain it. Okay, so here's all the files and stuff. That's basically the shopping cart items, order items. So that's another sort of Paco file that we've already made. So set product info. So this is basically going through each of the items and setting up information about them, and then putting in a character between them. So all the items will be just set as one thing. But that character there is what we're going to use to split it in order to display all the items that the users take and when we're getting information from the order. This is get the order, get email content. This is more or less why I've made the entire Poco file. You see, if you go into here, the body of the email, it's simple to do that. It looks cleaner and everything. You need to pass in this ID, and you only can have that ID after you have inserted the value into the database and saved it. So once you draw that, you just go new order, because it'll know which one, and order ID, and it'll find the ID, which you'll put into there. Make sure you have this open, the SMTP4dev, because we're going to check the emails. Basically, it'll be localhost and get email content and so forth and everything. Okay, one thing that I'm going to just tell you right now, you're going to need to change this web.config file, which is down here, and change it here to add at the end between the configuration under connection strings, this app settings, to have add key validation settings, unobtrusive validation mode, value none. Okay, this is just about jQuery more or less. But yeah, I'd forgotten to put it in the tutorial here, so I'll add it later. But anyhow, it caused an error and I needed to fix it, and that's why the code's done instead of me showing you. And then click on the confirm button, and you need to order an order confirmation page. So add the web form, right click, add web form, order confirmation. And what this would look like is basically where are we? Order confirmation, just this. So the code's all there. And then on the back button you need to put this in. So back button, you put that in. Thank you for your order. This will just send you straight back to the index page. But yeah, okay. So I'm just thinking, is there anything else I need to tell you? But I don't think there is. So in essence, this is just the confirmation page, and you click confirm, and it sends you the order. So we'll start off. And right now I've only got sort of a few things in the thing, the actual items, mainly just one item. So beds, good beds. Price $220.40. So insert that back. Now I'm gonna add items to the order. Right, so we'll have 3 of these good food. So we'll buy that, and we'll have 4 beds. Show cart just to check that they're all in there. Okay, so basically it's $922 a total order. So now we're going to go to cart now, and this will be the confirmation page that we've just done, submit order. Okay, so we've got good food for $14 each, 3 of them, $42. Beds, $220 for each, $880. $922 is a total order, and you are a standard member. Remember, if you're silver or gold, you get a 10 or 15% discount. So once you've done that, we'll click confirm shopping cart. Now, first name, James Marr. Address 22 North Road. City, we're going to say Melbourne, Victoria. Zip code, telephone. Okay, all of these you can write whatever you like in until email. Okay, that's not my real email, so don't bother emailing that if you need help. But this one you do need to have a valid one, because when you eventually get down to the order, adding the email, it will say, well, that's not a valid email, so it can't work. So you do need that automatically. But the rest of it's just so, I'll actually just change this so that's the telephone number. I'll put all 7s so we can see it. But payment details now, please select card, American Express. American Express, we'll just check. As you remember, American Express, you need it so that it starts off with 3 and has 15 and it is a number. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that'll be valid. If we put February and 2013, that's already passed well and truly, but it's still going to think that card verification number. I think all this needs to be is between 3 and 4 characters. There's a lot more to validation than this, but I'll move on to that when I do Ajax more, and because the code's sort of fine as it is, but it just needs to be more responsive. For example, this we're saying it's expiring on February. Well, that's well and truly gone. So obviously this isn't valid, but if you click confirm order, it thinks it is. Okay, so here's your cart. Here's your details and so forth. Here's credit card number, formats today. Now if you click confirm, get an email, your order has been processed. We'll just click back and it'll go to index, but just to show you, your order has been processed, James Marr. That's your name that you put in. That's your address you put in. Your details are this, and so forth. Right now, the phone number and all that, it was taken in, but it wasn't really emailed. We'll probably send another email later on down the track to the actual store holder, um, saying all the details. But that's just confirming the information. But currently, what would happen is um, the actual store owner would actually go in and search through their database, and they'd have a page to find out all the orders that have been taken. But basically, that's all we really need. That's where I'm up to right now with the tutorial. I'm going to leave it here for a bit, and when I come back, it's going to be more based on jQuery and Ajax and redoing a lot of these things to make it more responsive and basically better, more standard. But this is just a sort of short tutorial to start you off on and show you MVCs, object-oriented programming, solid programming, and so forth. And if you want to keep in find out what I'm doing next, just always remember the cobaltproductions.blogspot.com.au. And I'll tell you things about what I'm working on with my apps and my websites and so forth, and what upcoming tutorials there are, so forth. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and gotten a lot out of it. If you've got questions or comments, write them on the comments for the YouTube. I'll see if I can answer them, but I'm not making any promises and so forth. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it, and good luck with everything else. Thanks. Bye.